Hey, everybody. This is Steve Kodak. Thank you very much for deciding to show up today. This is I guess you might say, a fairly special 15 minutes because it pertains to something that all of us are somewhat interested in. It's on wealth and Feng Shui and how we actually enhance the environment for that particular benefit. Uh, if you have your audio on, if you do me a favor and please mute it. And You notice down at the bottom, we have another LinkedIn event on August the 2nd. Love you to register for that, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later. And then the next class that we have, 6-week class, is starting on August 9th. There is a price change, a deduction, reduction, I guess is the right word. And did want to point out the picture on the top right-hand corner of this particular slide. We actually talk about in our training about how to work with buyers in Feng Shui, of course, sellers, and even building a house using Feng Shui. So you might find the training very beneficial. And again, if you work with people that build, like I did when I was involved, which I love doing, you might want to look into it. So anyway, you possibly have been here before. I'm a former realtor of 20 years. I have taught at a couple of colleges. I'm a national real estate speaker for a group by the name of BetsWorks, and I'm the author of 3 books on feng shui and real estate. And I'm also was featured in 2008, 2009 on PBS. If you check out the two real estate agents that gave me these uh, great testimonials, um, I think you find out that the training is really, really special. So I would love you to consider it, and I'll talk about that later. Okay, so feng shui with intrinsic. Name of my school is the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. And one of the things we like to tell everybody about how different we are is we start our students extremely fast on a fast track that after the first 6 weeks, you actually are capable of supplementing your income at that point. And then if you decide to continue, if you decide to, the next 6 weeks then get you to becoming a professional consultant. This is the logo that you get after the first 6 weeks, Feng Shui Staging Professional. So tonight we're going to talk about wealth, okay? And I kid about it all the time that when I'm doing a presentation and I go through the different quadrants of the energy template called the Bagua, this is probably your favorite quadrant. Now you need to understand that the material that I'm giving you over 15 minutes is really just a small percentage of what is covered on all of these topics. And again, I'd like to encourage you to sign up for the class. So definition of wealth, as I like to start off with definitions of what I'm talking about. According to Webster, great quantity or store of money, valuable possessions, property, or other riches, an abundance or profusion of anything, plentiful amount. Now, in feng shui, it's a little different. Okay, certainly that part is part of it too. In feng shui, financial success, but also great opportunities and overall abundance. So feng shui looks at it a little differently. If there is a wealth corner or wealth quadrant, if you've done any reading about feng shui, you probably have noticed that. And so it's always important for you to find that. But it's important that you understand, again, it's not just about money. So we need to be able to locate a wealth quadrant in a house, in an office. But the wealth quadrant is actually located even in smaller spaces, like dorm rooms or your bedroom or even a cubicle. Okay, there are wealth corners on even in a cubicle. So enhancing the wealth corner emphasizes the importance to you on a daily basis, continual daily basis. So you might think of it this way, that it's a reminder, continually reminding you what you're all about, what's a goal of yours, what's very important to you. So what other items are wealth in Feng Shui? Well, believe it or not, different types of experiences are considered a type of wealth. Personal attributes. I'm going to show you some pictures in a moment to amplify this, but personal attributes, even superior health and vitality, greater knowledge in a particular area is a again type of wealth. Being able to travel to amazing places and pretty much of anything that's really important to you. Okay. But of course, the financial part is definitely part of it. And so let's take a good look. Now, that might look funny to you, but skydiving to me represents time. Okay. To me, time is a very important aspect of wealth. So whether you go in the air or you're under the water, time is a big, big part of the whole thing. And more people are finding becoming extremely healthy important. So that is something that possibly you might want to enhance for too. But a lot of people also think of things like cruises to Alaska or maybe just sort of sitting there and looking at the water. Again, time. So wealth is not just that. It's not the way Feng Shui thinks of it, but certainly there's the financial component. So again, financial freedom is definitely part of it. So how do we do this? Okay, that's the question, and that's really what you're looking for. How do you enhance the wealth corner? Try to increase that part of things. Well, first, again, you have to find it. You have to find the quadrant. And we're going to do some floor plans in just a moment to show you how you find the wealth corner. And it can be somewhat of a challenge today. You know, in the 50s and the 60s, you know, they were building a lot of these ranches that were all rectangles. There was nothing special about them, I guess you might say. And you know, even before that, I mean, the two-story homes were basically one story above another, so they were basically rectangles. They were very easy to work with finding the wealth corner. So we need to place what's called the Bagua, which is an energy map or template over several spaces. So you get an idea of how we do this. All right, here's one. And you can see, hopefully, where the front door is. And so we're going to lay the Bagua over it with respect to the front door. It's a rectangle. It's easy. It's very simple for me. So when we do have live classes, you know, myself and my partner, Lisa Alden, we walk around and look at people's buildings, you know, and we're asked them to bring in their particular floor plans and we show them how to do it. Now, if this is what their floor plan looks like, it's a breeze. But if you notice, the wealth area is located in the back left, and in this case, in a bedroom number 4, also where a bathroom is. So the back left quadrant represents wealth, and so we need to show this representation. This is a joke, although this is a real picture. You know, you could do this, and it certainly would be a reminder of you, just like this one would be. But I think you get awfully tired of that. I'm certainly not advocating either one of those two. All right, so here's a floor plan we're going to do, and here's another one we're going to do. They might look a little similar, but they're not. So we're going to work on the first one on the left, and we're going to find the front door. And you can see it. It's between the two-car garage and a series of bedrooms. So we're going to lay the Bagua over top of it like that. Okay. And so if you look, the master bedroom is located in the wealth area, which is very auspicious, very positive. And you're probably wondering, well, what are we going to do with the master bath? Well, the master bath in this case right here, in this particular floor plan, is actually positive. It's an actual considered an extension of the wealth corner. So therefore, this would be a house plan that anybody that's interested in Feng Shui, familiar with Feng Shui, would say, hey, this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, there's other extensions in this picture. I don't see any missing corners, which is something that we always look for and try to stay away from. So again, the picture on the left, that floor plan works really nicely. It even has an extension to strengthen the wealth corner. Now we're going to do the one on the right-hand side. And again, I have to find the entrance. So that's why you see it's located this way. So we have some extensions here. Again, we have an extension over on the right-hand side for helpful people. We have an extension for the area on the bed where bed 3 is. But I primarily want to work with the wealth corner, which is in the top left. So the wealth corner is in a bathroom. Now, that can be okay, or it cannot be okay. Baths, as you can imagine, have an awful lot of the water element, but we can always overdo things. You're always looking for a balance. When you don't have the balance, you feel it. And it just doesn't work. So if I was working on this particular home and I'd look at that, I could see that it was in a bathroom. Right away, I know water is taken care of, which actually has a fairly positive uh, representative with respect to the element that's dominant there. But again, I have to be careful because too much water is not going to work. Now, sadly, I work with a lot of homes like this one. And you probably do too if you're in the real estate business, or maybe this is what your personal home looks like. So this is a lot more complicated. And we spend an awful lot a lot of time in our training to show you how to do very difficult homes to find the particular quadrants. So again, you got to find the front door. It's down on the bottom in between the audio-visual room, it looks like, and a triple garage. So I'm going to lay the bagua like this. And if you notice, the purple area, which is in the back left, the wealth area, the wealth quadrant, it is not fully filled in. So we're missing part of the wealth quadrant, which can be a problem. So we teach our students of how to handle a situation like that. Now, when it's entirely missing, it really can be quite a problem for you. So looking at floor plans can be very helpful. And you can imagine helping a client or helping yourself can be to your advantage. So here's another one. But can you see right here, I'm actually totally missing the wealth corner. And again, anybody that's really into Feng Shui, whether they're from the Orient or they are from other countries, because we have many, many countries that are interested in Feng Shui. A lot of the people that come into buy real estate in the United States are very much into it. So they would look at this floor plan and have a problem with it. I can guarantee you, because they don't want their wealth to tank. So, there is a way to handle it, but it's basically nothing but a Band-Aid. So you find the wealth corner, and how you enhance it is this. I'm going to give you several different ways to do it. Some of them I like, some of them I'm not too crazy about, and I will tell you which ones I'm not crazy about. A vision board always works just fine. You know how a vision board works. Probably a lot of you even have a vision board at home. But a vision board is a great thing to have in the wealth corner. You can put that in the wealth corner. And again, it's a daily reminder of what your goals and aspirations are. But one of the cures is to take a green vertical growing plant that's growing upwards, okay, and you put it in the corner of the wealth quadrant. Make sure it's growing vertically. That means that your wealth is increasing. It's going upwards. So you don't want to put a horizontal growing plant there that represents something totally different. So it could look like that, or it look like this one. So the plant there's nothing special about which plant you put there. It needs to be vertically growing. Yes, there are some plants in Feng Shui that represent money. And, that's another topic for another day. But that's a very easy cure for almost everybody that we have online here. Some people get very creative. So here's another way to do it. If you don't want to put a plant in the corner, you can put something like this, which also has green plants in it. So that works pretty darn well too. Now, there are other items you can display. And again, I'm not crazy about all of these, but if you walk into a house where somebody is into Feng Shui, you might see some of these items. So you might want to consider the situation. Now, in the Far East, in China, Vietnam, all those countries out that way, the color red is very, very powerful. And when I first got into Feng Shui 19 years ago and got certified, my first certification, I found out that one of the things that uh, consultants did is they would have a red envelope like you see here, and that's how you would pass money back and forth. So you might see the idea of a red envelope or even things like gold. Wealth can also be shown by these Chinese coins. And you notice they're also connected by a red thread or a red tie of some sort. The money frog is definitely, you might see sometimes in the wealth corner too. That one's okay. The next one I'm not too crazy about, but here's the money tree. Okay.
Oh, I see.
So, that's probably not something that I would probably want to do, especially if I'm trying to sell a house. But anyway, those are all cures that you certainly can buy on the internet if you're interested. Another way to handle the quadrant, is the color. So the color green is very positive. The color purple is very positive. But even some of the reds are positive also. But green is a very positive color for the wealth corner because it represents the dominant element of wealth corner, which is wood. Now, these plants, to me, all have a problem. They're all drooping, okay? So they represent the idea that your wealth is actually tanking or going downwards. Try to put vertical plants that are growing upward. It's a very common mistake by a lot of folks. So the next time on our 15 minutes of Feng Shui with myself, we're going to be talking about how to make Feng Shui a partial or full-time career. There's no pressure. I'd love you to show up to at least listen to all the career possibilities. If you know what universal design is, or you know about green building, they're all part of this. And that is on August the 2nd, Eastern Standard Time at the usual time of 2 p.m.
Oh,
Now, this is what we're doing on the 9th. I've reduced the price for the class slightly. It's 185 per month if you're interested. And you do get a designation, Feng Shui Staging Professional, and you get the use of the logos and so forth. So if you're interested, just send me an email and I'll send you information about it. It's on August the 9th and it goes for 6 weeks. So I appreciate it very much you joining me for, again, a very, very quick 15 minutes, but I hope you register every month for these things. And if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them now. Or if you're bashful, there's my email down there in the left-hand corner, steve.kodad at thefengshuicure.com. Anybody have a question for me?
I have a question. This is Anila.
Hey, Anilla.
I wanted to know, I know you placed the bagua from the entrance,
Right.
an entrance kind of center of the bagua. Then if it's multiple level home, when you go upstairs, do
Right.
you place the bagua based on the entrance of that level?
That is one way to do it, Anilla. But what I do is I take the bagua and I put it into each room independently.
Okay.
So, let's say the master bedroom's upstairs. So I put the bagua in the master bedroom, finding where the entrance is into the master bedroom. And the entrance of the master is going to come into one of three different quadrants. And those quadrants are knowledge to the left, career in the center, and to the right, of course, is helpful people. Now, most master bedrooms, especially upstairs, they're going to go into the left or to the right. So it's a slightly different setup. But I put them in each bedroom, or I gather they're mostly bedrooms upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
And then same way in the basement, when you go down there, you put the bagua from the entrance, or you just again put it by room?
Okay. If you have a basement, you've got some steps that are going down to it. So, I will lay the bagua probably just one time, and I'll have it set up with respect to the stairs going down.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have a question? All right. Well, again, thank you so much for showing up. I will, of course, I'm recording this. I will send it to you. And again, I'd love you to consider joining us for a 6-week class starting August the 9th. And you all take care of yourself and have a great day.